This podcast is not rated. Listener discretion advised. Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission 250 Filmcast. We're doing a bonus episode because Hamilton is on Disney Plus as of the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Woo.
Yeah, Hamilton. Everyone's heard of this thing, right? It's got a bunch of people singing and dancing around.
Never heard of it. Never heard about it. Never heard about it in my life. Seriously.
If you didn't live in New York or travel to New York or have $300 per seat to watch this thing when it was, popular,
I'll pay $300 a seat.
You would?
No.
Fucking A, that thing, yes. Well, we'll wait till we get to it.
Okay.
Right.
Should TC go first?
Wait, good. But hey, well, let's just say, go. I am with TC on this.
Yeah,
go
quick
see
10-second
it.
review.
Yeah.
Would you watch this?
Yeah.
I fucking love this. I've been spreading it around. You guys see Hamilton, dude.
Awesome.
Just like that,
TC.
too, in the voice. Yeah. Hey, dude, what's
great,
going
man.
on? I haven't talked to you in 10 years, but hey, go watch Hamilton. All right, bye, and then hang up,
Nice.
you know?
So
Awesome.
go see this. Go if you can get it.
Disney Plus is only $7 a month. Just get it.
I know.
And then
Just
I'm
do
on
that,
it.
or
I got every
or
fucking
also,
subscription service you could think of.
Yeah, if you know somebody, like they're pretty lax on the family stuff, so I don't know, they may clamp down on that, but just like you can share with friends and family too. So I think certainly family.
You're talking about password sharing, John?
Yeah, I think that's what
It's illegal, John.
Family.
That's illegal.
Talk about family. Wouldn't do anything illegal. Talk about family sharing. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
Copy.
So you guys are both positive. I think, John, it's your turn to go
Yeah.
first, but we're kind of doing an off week. I don't know. Who's more positive?
you
You guys
know.
want to fight for it?
John should go first.
John
Really?
should go first.
I was really knocked out by this. I just was so I didn't know what to expect either, and man, I was just floored. So I also I'm not a huge rap fan, and I can appreciate it. But,
To no one's
but
surprise, but continue.
I know I'm as white as can be, but
he likes the softer variety of grunge from the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Is that
Johnny
accurate,
Denver
John?
maybe here and there.
Well, that is one of the things I like. But, so
You're not
right.
wrong, but fuck you.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Right.
Not proud of it, Denny. I just loved the passion and the force of it. It was so moving the way that they used all styles of music in this. But particularly, I mean, I just was like, I loved how this was done. I just, with that one, with the number of I shot that number, man, holy shit, that was just so amazing. So I was just knocked out. And then, oh my God, King George was one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time.
Oh my God, I know.
Oh my
Seriously.
God. It
Honestly.
was just that
He
song
just
and-
stoically stood there and belted it out.
His
facial
he was
expression
like,
was
yeah,
priceless.
it was fantastic.
Oh, he was so good. It was just so goddamn funny. And then when he comes back, it's even it's just as hilarious.
It never got old. It honestly. I feel like they did a great job of pacing out the callbacks too.
Yeah.
Where you'd go through 3 or 4 different scenes and then they'd do a callback and you'd be like, oh, I didn't forget. You got me. I'm right here, baby.
Right, and there's there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on, and man, I love that they just interwove the history and the complexity of this really well.
They did.
And I don't know, man. I just was completely unexpected. And then once they got through the revolution stuff, I was kind of bummed at first. I was like, oh man, this is going to get boring, and it's about his infidelity. But then they go into the death of the child and forgiveness, and holy shit, I was so floored by that too. The way that they deal with his wife forgiving him was so moving. I was just, wow. I don't know. I was really just amazed at that point that they went in this other direction as well with his life. And we have, so I don't know, just showing him for some flaws that he has, and maybe he has other ones too, but just addressing that in his character and showing this compassion and forgiveness and his regret. I was just like, wow, I don't know. That it went in that direction that, I don't know. I just thought that at first it did this whole revolution history stuff, and it was amazing. And then it does this other part, and it's just as amazing and completely unexpected.
Yeah,
at
you
that
start
point.
to see why it took 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or 2.5, whatever it was.
Right. Because it's this whole other piece of things. And I just was so amazed by it towards the end that I was just, I was just really floored when it came to the end. And I didn't know that the main actor, I didn't know he was the writer.
I didn't
Lin-Manuel Miranda,
yeah.
dude. You don't recognize him?
I didn't pick it up either because I'm dumb,
Yeah, I had no idea. I was just impressed that I look it up and I'm like, holy cow! And King George is Kristoff from Frozen. Not that you guys care, but he's like the main guy in Frozen, and Frozen 2. Yeah, he's
Frozen
Kristoff.
2?
They got yeah.
I've yet to watch the second one.
And in Frozen 1. The Frozen 2 is good.
I have Disney Plus now. Maybe I'll check it out.
You should. It's really good. It's like Elsa's like a actually really cool sort of superhero in that one. But I don't know. I'm just floored. I just there's so much talent on display there. That's just it's just amazing. It makes me like happy to be alive to see this and just appreciate like how much fucking talent is in this film. But with the singing, the dancing, the orchestration, the rap, everything, it's just like it all comes together so amazingly that I don't know. It just is. It's just this amazing life affirming thing to watch, and that it's so multicultural and emphasizes that, and it doesn't give a shit about who it casts in what role. And that even like is so good that it does that. I don't know. It's just pretty spectacular. It certainly lives up to the hype, at least, and even more so because I hadn't even
really heard the hype. So it's once I start telling people like, oh, you should watch Hamilton. They're like, yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that. It's like, oh, really? Yeah. So I guess I'm again just with my rotary phone, calling up the fucking hi white pages. Hey. How do I find people to tell to watch the show? And they're just like, who are you and why do you have a rotary phone?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I was just really floored by this. And Nikki and I both watched it. We both just really loved it. And it's not necessarily like we're big musical fans either.
No, you guys know me. I thought as soon as I saw it, I was like, it's a fucking musical. And about 5 minutes after that, I was like, I'm in. This is good.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what more details to say. I mean, other than I've just goddamn King George's song has been in my head for the last 2 days.
Agreed.
That da 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 da. And we're singing. The kids are singing it. I love it. Yeah, I will send an armed battalion just to show you my love. It's so good.
I also like that Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah. Or when he makes fun of when he makes fun of Adams, that was so good. He's like, I know that guy. He's gonna be fucked. It's great.
Yeah. It was great. Or even like, because George Washington steps down, he's like, he's stepping down. I didn't know you could do that. Just as a king, it just, it was so good. But like that whole persona of the king is like the jilted lover or something. You'll be back, or
don't worry, you'll be back. You'll see. Life sucks without me. That type of shit.
Yeah, just brilliant all the way around. But I want to, I'm excited to watch it again and give it some space. And I'd really like to watch it again at some point, as I think there's a lot of stuff I'm missing. But the choreography and there's scenes when they do like, there's some things that like they talked about the hurricane. There was like one song that had a hurricane theme and everybody was like spinning around sort of in slow motion. And it was really amazing. The way the duel song where they talk about the 10 steps and they come to that like a couple of times, that was just really powerful the way that was done. Yeah, there's so many things that are amazing, and they each character had a style to them in terms of the way they sang and moved, and that also was really cool because it was like they were just coming in and not just it's not like I don't know. I like Broadway, and I've seen a lot of plays or musicals, but usually everybody's kind of singing kind of the same way. Sort of, where they're all like singing together, but this was like people would come in with their own style and just like do their own thing almost. And but it still like meshed really well.
It was to like emphasize their attitudes. Like there's some special figures on this, and it's like George Washington is very metronomic because he's like thoughtful, and that's like the way he sings and raps is supposed to reflect his like actual attitude.
Right.
Yeah. And they get faster. Some people get faster as their characters are doing more intense things as the thing goes on.
Right.
So yeah, thought a lot about that.
They're not just like, no kidding. So they're not just they're using the song and the music and everything to sort of like carry the story to describe the character. That's so cool. And maybe other musicals do this, but I've certainly not noticed that so much. It more seems like, okay, we're doing the song now and we're going to dance, and maybe it's pretty choreographed or whatever. Maybe, I haven't seen a whole lot of like the classics or whatever, but this feeling of like, I don't know, everything accentuating the characters. And their interactions, and that's just, man, I don't know. It's really amazing.
Yeah. See, this is why I wanted him to go first.
That's good. What do you got to add, TC?
Mine would have been like, It was good.
I was good. I told my friends about it. They
I
said
told
what?
people about it. No, I mean, honestly, you forget. I mean, I forget all the time. I don't know about you, but that, the Broadway pool of people that are on Broadway are fucking just unbelievably talented with their acting skills, their singing skills, their power, the way they can be timid, the way they can be angry, the way they can just express emotions while dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding.
And like remembering where they are on the stage, and it's
and like everybody cries at some point in this, right?
Yeah,
most characters are
there's
crying.
a couple times where some of them falter for like keeping it in character, but they immediately get back into it, and it's just I don't know.
Emotions,
I was floored by just the all the people, even the background dancers. Like they all have a part, and it's so important, each one of them. And it was nice to see, like, my favorite dude was that dude with the ponytail. He was fucking hilarious. The one that was just the Joker out of the group, He died early, right?
Oh, what was it,
in
Lafayette?
the war, and then he came back as the kid, right? Yeah, Lafayette.
Oh, did he come back? Oh, I didn't know that.
He came back as his kid, right? As his son.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
No way.
That's what I thought.
I didn't notice. Yeah, maybe. Did he, wow.
They dressed him up a bit different, but he came back. Yeah, so he died as that one dude, Lafayette, and then he came back as the son. And he was great. I mean, there was so many characters in it that I loved, and I'm sitting here fucking clapping. I'm over here clapping. You're not even in there, dude. You're not even in the theater, right? I'm having a conversation by myself, per usual. I'm like, dude, what are you clapping for? I'm like, dude, it's fucking awesome. What are you fucking clapping for, though? You're in your room. Yeah, but it's fucking great. Like, I want everybody that can hear me clapping and know this fucking thing is great. That was like that's the moments I was having. It was
man,
such a nice, it was such a nice, Sunday since I watched it today.
Hearing you fucking arguing with yourself.
I got up yesterday early enough to watch it, and he postponed and went right back to bed. Never watched it yesterday. So
I took a break.
Awesome.
I couldn't finish it in time. It's pretty fucking long.
I loved every minute of it. When I got to the intermission, I was like cheering too. It was fucking sweet.
That's awesome.
It was not what I was expecting. Not, it's like I said. I've been to plays. My mother used to bring me to some of them. And I got a bad taste in my mouth when I went to see Tommy and they canceled the play. So like my mom took me out of school, everything. Like we had the day off. She's like, fuck it. You're not going to school. We're going to see this play in Boston. We're just going to do it. It's going to be awesome. It's the Who. You love this. It's great. Yeah. We get there and the fucking play was canceled. Never got to see Tommy.
Why?
I don't know. Something stupid happened. I think with one of the actors. I think like they were having problems in the, I want to say in the corporate level. So it was, because it was postponed for some time then, I remember, and then it got back on track. So something stupid happened. They refunded the money, whatever. But I just remember thinking like, that's my last play, right? That's the last one I went to.
That's it.
You know how I am. It takes me like 40 years to get over shit. So it's like, I never saw another play. And now I'm thinking to myself like, oh man, this is fucking great. I see why people like this. When it's good, it's awesome. I'm sure when it sucks, it's miserable. You're sitting this time in a row.
It is the worst.
For 3 hours.
It's the worst. And I remember I texted my mother today and I was like, now I get it, right? You're supposed to get older and like other things besides music and movies, right? Like this is something that everybody should fucking go see. I understand that you probably won't get to a $300 a pop, but shit. We should start a GoFundMe. People that want to see the shows that we want to see.
Have them send us to the shows.
Yeah, right. And have them, have us collect money for the people that can't afford them. But,
that's way better than what I see.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
That is, you're right.
Because this is one of those things that I think that anybody that's, younger would also enjoy, right? I even told my boss, I was like, you should watch it. Your boyfriend will like it too. I promise. It's modern. It's got things that we've heard recently in its, sort of inspiration, and it's good. It's upbeat. It's fast paced. You're not going to get too bored. You will get a little bit sick of just all the singing and dancing after a while because it's the same thing over and over. But even I was able to like get back into it because there was a couple scenes that were nothing special, and then like the one after that was a killer. So it was like that one before the intermission was fucking beautiful.
Which one was that
pushing
one?
the stairs across the stage, and they're singing, and they all get into this perfect little like they all situate themselves perfectly so you can see every single character all the way to the back. It was magnificent, honestly. Which means they have the camera in mind. They have the cameras in mind when they're doing their movements and change, picking their eye lines and all that. It was hell of a production, hell of a story. Even though it's a story I should probably already know, but I didn't know it. I didn't fucking.
I didn't know
it.
it.
History.
John, did you know it? No.
I texted my brother. I'm like, you should watch Hamilton. I guess his son died in a duel. He goes, yeah, so did he. And I was like, thanks for ruining it. I'm not even done yet. Why did I text you before I fucking finished it? Because he knows everything, right? He's a genius almost with like school shit. He just got it. So he was like, I didn't even tell him that like I was literally at the next spot. Like I was at the end too. I was like around the duel, and then it happened. I was like, well, I guess it didn't ruin too much, but it's just it was a great time. I enjoyed, from someone that hates fun, I enjoyed every second of it. So I would definitely recommend to anyone. That's the best part. Anybody.
That's awesome.
So yeah, Denny, cool. Bring us down.
Mm-hmm. So my favorite part of this movie is how happy it made you guys.
Oh, that's good.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I didn't really. This movie was okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk too long about it, but
it's okay.
So I didn't like any of the songs.
Really?
Wait a minute. Come on. You gotta like the King song. The King song, right?
That King song is catchy as hell, and I'm sure I'm gonna hate it in like 4 days because it's been stuck in my head. That little refrain there. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't understand like half of the lyrics they said in the song. Like I couldn't follow. They went too fast, and I'm just gonna sound old. Like they rapped too fast a lot of the time, now. And I couldn't follow the story to the point where like I didn't know what the fuck was going on in over half of the songs.
I guess it's for smart people. So if you're stupid, don't see this one.
If you can't listen to things moving somewhat quickly.
If you can't retain information as it's coming to you, maybe this one's not for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's something very stage play. I mean, it is a stage play, but just
it's a play.
I couldn't get into it. The fact that at the end of every song, it's like last word, pamp. Like
that's
every
fucking
song.
Theater. Of course it is. That's the big finish.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's
like, got to accept that. We're going in. Even I did. Come on.
I know. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Wow.
I don't know why.
I understand that because I thought we were watching a movie. No joke. So I saw it. I'm like, oh, it's a fucking.
Yeah. It could just be I don't like stage plays that much. I've only ever seen a few.
Totally valid.
I think I would only say I like the Book of Mormon and the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah, the Book of Mormon. I'd love it. I'd love it if they do a movie of Book of Mormon. Man, I love that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you grew up seeing the fucking what was that stupid one we had to go see when we were kids? The in Boston,
Fiddler on the Roof.
No, it began with an M. I think it was like either that or Fantasia. If you had to see that, if you had to see Fantasia, or the other boring ass one that we always saw around Christmas.
The Nutcrackers.
The Nutcracker. There we go. If you've only seen those two, definitely don't.
Nutcracker sucks. This movie is 1,000 times better than Nutcracker.
Better than Nutcracker. Good. Okay.
Yeah,
that's funny though.
But I don't know. It was really long. 50 minutes in, I was looking at the clock and be like, oh my god, it's only 50 minutes. And it was like, I don't know, it was all too samey kind of. Like there was a lot of very powerful moments, but they happened so frequently that I got numb to them extremely quickly. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't feel like any individual song was more powerful than the previous one or the next one or whatever. Yeah. And even like the last song in the movie, like the movie ended and I wasn't even paying attention to the song because I didn't find it that remarkable. And I was like, wow, they ended it on that one? That didn't hit me at all as an interesting or good
at that
song.
Point, it wasn't about the song. It was just about the story ending.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it. I've been trying to hold my mouth. Watch this if you can tolerate a play. I think that's the
if you
biggest
like plays,
thing that
this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And don't.
That's maybe fair. It is a different kind of experience. I don't know. I've gotten to see some really good ones, and then I've been bored to tears at some other ones. Yeah, we saw this one. Crap, what was it? It was going to end up being like a play of. We saw it at Boston, sort of, and it was like very experimental. But it was all through. It had like this voodoo vibe on it, and it was all like Tom Waits songs as well. It was really
new
cool.
ones or old Tom Waits songs.
Old ones. They weren't new.
And they made that work with Peter Pan.
Yeah, they did. Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was also had this voodoo thing, so they also did magic along the way.
The hell?
So it was like they incorporated like actual like magic tricks and stuff like that into that.
I can get behind that. Magic is fun.
Really good, damn it. Now I need to remember what the hell that musical's called. Anyway, I'm going to look that up while there's going to be a pause here while I try to figure out what that was. Crap. But that was really good. That was like one of the favorite things I've seen when I went to see a play.
Nice.
Other than Book of Mormon. Book of Mormon was just knocked out.
Yeah,
it was
hilarious.
Just really, really good. Yeah, it was really, really funny.
But yeah, I mean, there were certain parts of this one, there were funny parts. That was probably the best part, but they were so quick and spread out. Like in the middle of songs, it was rarely funny. Yeah. I'll stop talking. I don't want to knock you guys down. I'm really glad you guys
you're good. I mean, I understand because I literally, when I started this, I was like, oh, fuck. So, I think I was also just more impressed by how talented everybody is on that stage.
Yeah.
That it was like I can't not try to like this because they're fucking. I mean, the amount of dedication they have to their crafts, which is more than one, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and just like
focus on one.
There's like 46 songs in this. That's an insane amount of songs.
Their stamina to sing and dance, and the rest is. That's why they're all in such good shape, right? None of them are overweight. They're all very thin but in a good way, healthy way.
Can like kick the legs out, sing along.
Dude, the beers they must have had after this thing wrapped. Holy fuck.
It was a version of The Tempest. That's what it was. It was the Shakespeare's The Tempest. Sorry, I had to look because I was like, what the hell? Sorry. Anyway, it was great. But it was just really, really well done. Anyway, okay, sorry. Carry on.
Carry on.
But
Carry on.
I mean, you have to. Did you, I don't know, Danny? Have you caught that, or you felt like there was just an immense amount of talent on display, or no? It was just so. And maybe I don't know if it was just. Did you feel like just like overloaded, or no? It just because there was all the content, all the movement, all the people.
Well, I thought that the camera work was actually distracting from what it was actually doing. Like what they were showing me, I wanted to see what was going on in the background a lot, and I couldn't because of where the camera was placed. So I kind of. Even though it might have been even worse, a worse experience, just have a static camera that showed the entire stage, I would have probably been more interested in that and kind of found where I wanted to look as opposed to having the camera show me what I should be looking at. Because, I mean, I think it misses a lot of the background dancing and set movements and stuff. Like, I want to see what they're doing when they're doing it. You know, like the set would change, but you wouldn't be able to see it because the camera wouldn't be looking at it. And I'm just like, well, how do they do that in the middle of the
theater.
song?
That's theater.
But you'd be able to see it if you were in the... Like sitting in the audience.
I see your point. And I missed that. That went right over my head.
And there were a lot of things too, reading about it. There are people that did, like there was a lot of costume changes in the middle of songs. I didn't see one because of how the camera was working. But apparently like I have a few friends that have seen this and they're like, dude, the fact that they're changing wigs and outfits in the middle of songs was just impressive by itself. And how they just constantly all ran around going off set to do certain different things was impressive, and we didn't get any of that because you can't see it.
Right, it's all
that
all
is
just
part
like,
of the experience.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah,
and I didn't think the swirling, like the swirling stage, it didn't look that cool. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like you can see if you couldn't see their feet, then I think it would look better. Like the fact that you could see what was happening so clearly, I couldn't get lost in the magic they were trying to create with people being able to walk in place and like swirl around and stuff. The fact that I could see the ground in such high digital clarity, I was like, oh, it's a spinning piece of wood. That's not that special. It's impressive they built it to look so smooth, but I mean, there's no magic here with that. Yeah, I don't know.
I get it. You bring up good points.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, so TC went into this with, I guess medium expectations. I went into this thinking I was going to love it. So my expectations were super high and it wasn't met. So that always kind of makes it seem, and I didn't hate it. I just thought it was like pretty okay. And yeah, that's it.
What did Naomi think? Was she middling too?
She liked it better than I did. She liked the songs more than I did.
Yeah.
But I think my attitude when I started at 50 minutes being like, God damn it, it's still like 3 hours left or whatever. She started getting a little negative on it too, just by association.
Yeah, I mean, it is long because the story takes forever.
Yeah.
They got to set the context up to have the emotions,
There were some songs where all they did was just rap history books at you, right? Where all they did was take
but
history,
it was because like how do you not? How do you do that without you have to set it up somehow, right? Because otherwise the fucking emotions make no sense.
Yeah, but I also felt a lot of the time that it was like my lame high school history teacher was like, I'm going to rap to the kids so they can learn about American history.
They were better than that.
No, they were better than that. But
although they weren't Mr. Peterson, who used to take out a rifle in class and shoot it. Yeah, with blanks. Yeah, it was great.
Well,
because he wanted to show how long it took to reload it. So he goes, imagine being on the battlefield and you shoot and you miss.
Did he unload it inside?
And he would and then he would reload it the old way with just like blank, like he just did it with blanks, but it was like he went through the motion. So he didn't like actually load it again. He just went like, this is what you would do. You'd pour in the gunpowder. You'd break it, smash it down.
Wait, but he fired a gun inside the school?
Yeah, in school because he had special bullets. Because he was like on his weekends. No, on his weekends, he was like in theater that did history. So he had like the props and stuff. So he would bring it in. And nowadays you'd never get approved for that.
No.
But he would have all the kids talking about it for weeks on end after that every year. And I think the school was just like, fuck it. You're making kids learn that never learn. Do what you got to do. It's never been a problem. He always kept it like he would make us sit far back. He would point out the window. He would always do certain things that made it sort of like no matter what time he fired a gun, it was never near a student. And it was like, it was awesome, dude. It was fucking awesome, man. Yeah. It was sweet.
Oh, yeah.
And so I guess maybe that's why I didn't think about my history teacher, because mine was probably better than that. He wasn't rapping. He was fucking shooting guns, dude. It was awesome.
Me.
It was awesome. Nah, it was great. Great. Nothing bad ever happened. So
that's good. I got some trivia.
All right, man.
There's a little bit. If you want to see these guys, they actually went on, I guess, Zoom or something like that. All the original cast, and they took Twitter questions. So I imagine if you like extra features and you like this, you might want to watch that. I didn't really get through it, but you guys might like it. I don't know. Special features.
Right.
The guy who played the king is known on Broadway as a spitter. That is a term for people who spit.
Oh yeah.
Every time they have a performance.
Oh, he had a massive spit there too.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get rid of it, but.
Oh, was he? I didn't even notice that. I just thought it added to the sort of insanity of his character.
Must have felt not so great.
Yeah.
But the guy, so he was replaced after the first, I don't know what you call it, first season of the performances or whatever. Was replaced
too much spit.
No, so the second guy who replaced him spat as well because he's like, the spitting is good. I need to keep the spitting.
Nice.
So, this was filmed.
That garbage bags in the first row, so you kind of got that
your
splash in there.
Your Gallagher ponchos. They filmed this over 2 live performances and 1 closed set performance. All the close-ups were during like a no audience filming session.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So kind of spliced together footage there. On average, so here comes part of my complaints. The average words per minute in this play is 144 on average over 2 hours and 40 minutes. The highest words per minute average, someone did this math, I don't know how, was 200 words per minute is the highest over the course of a minute. And the most concentrated section was 19 words said in 3 seconds.
Whoa.
And they played like the footage of the guy doing it. And it's insane how fast. I mean, that is a lot of talent. Being able to say all those words. I guess it's questionable whether or not they're clear or not because I couldn't follow it because it's so damn fast because apparently I can't retain words that are spoken that fast. But that's pretty impressive. Yeah. John, did you look up any of the historical accuracy?
Not really. I saw some of it. I mean, Hamilton himself is an amazing figure. And so, it's definitely, he's worth like exploring what he's done. But in general, it seemed to be like that there wasn't, there was just a lot left out of his life. And there were things that are just highlighted, they highlight that his one child died in a duel, but not that he had like 8 other kids or whatever, So there's certainly those things that they're bringing up in terms of what he did or didn't do. But no, I didn't really see like, at least in the small amount of reading I did, that there were like these huge problems in terms of the historical presentation of him. But
not huge problems. Most people agree it's like pretty good, especially for this kind of thing. But the one thing most people agree on is that he's painted a little too positively when it comes to being an abolitionist. He wasn't as opposed to slavery in reality as he's portrayed in this play. So that's kind of like, it's not like the complete opposite sort of thing. It's just he's too much of a good guy.
He wasn't necessarily like fighting against it, or I mean, and again, it was such an accepted thing at the time in some ways that it was also a very tricky issue because if you were to bring it up then and fight for it then, you might sort of kill the whole endeavor of the revolution side of things too, because you needed to get people on your side.
Yeah. Right.
And so there had to be some strategy involved there depending upon that sort of thing. But yeah, so.
You sound like you know some history. I don't know anything.
I don't know. I know a little. But I still thought it was just, at least it's a good entry point, right? I think that's what, maybe you want to go and learn about the guy's life now, but I think it didn't seem to like, willfully misrepresent him too much other than maybe that one bit, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what most people say. It's pretty good, pretty accurate. He started this as an album. He wanted to write a bunch of songs just about Hamilton. If you go back to 2009, there's footage of him singing Alexander Hamilton at the White House, which is pretty weird.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And they actually performed not all of it, but a lot of it at the White House as well in 2015 or 16, one of the two. And that's pretty cool. I don't think there's too much more.
No. I mean, this one's, I've never reviewed a play before, so I had nothing really to say.
Yeah. They had cool pants. I like the pants. How about that? On a positive note.
Okay. Good
pants.
Well done,
good
sir.
pants.
Yes.
Good pants.
Yeah.
Yep.
Versatile. Dance around. Looked pretty cool. Pants.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I got nothing else, guys. What do you think?
That's right.
Would you pop this in a top 250? Well, no,
I'd pop it.
It's not quite a movie.
That's the weird
I'm
thing.
glad
It's
I
like-
watched it, Daddy. I appreciate you bringing it up. That's for sure.
Was that me or was that John?
Okay,
It was
John.
me, but
It was John.
I'll take the
Whatever.
credit. But
Yeah.
no, I'm glad we did too. I just, it's really nice to be able to do it right at this time. I think it's really cool they released it at this point, and I think that's, the first half of it or so sort of gives you this idea of this idea of being part of a revolution. I don't know. I just, the excitement, the energy sort of around it is just, I don't know. It's just pretty cool the way that they use music and song and rap to convey that.
Agreed. But would you put it in the top 250 movies of all time?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, geez, you would.
Is it a movie? I mean,
I think it's got an IMDb page, so yes.
then yes, I would.
All right,
You
yes.
would.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly felt like very entertained and involved as much as any of my top films. So yes,
Nice.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so now next week we're going back to schedule.
all right.
Okay.
Finally,
Requiem for a Dream,
Oh, Jesus.
which we've already watched, so we don't need to watch it
yeah,
again.
right.
But that
So
episode's
that's good.
coming
So I
out
don't
next
have to
week.
dread it nearly as much as I
Right.
was earlier.
Yes. Yeah, this will be a good one. I can edit this one quickly and get it out tonight.
Yeah. Fucking
yeah,
A.
that's true.
Good luck.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Go see it, which is not bad. Pretty
Nope,
good.
not bad at all.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Mission250filmcast.com is the website. Tell your friends. That's what John likes me to say, right, John? You can tell your friends.
Say that.
Hey,
I mean,
friends.
most of our listeners are coming through Spotify where they don't have a rating system. So
So
There
yeah,
you go.
just enjoy Spotify, I guess. Keep paying them money. You get none of it. Thanks for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, buddy.
All good.
Hey, we're not doing this for the money because there isn't any.
No.
Nice. That's
Exactly.
true.
So next week.
All right, boys.
Sounds good.
Talk soon.
All right, take care, guys.